When you think about processes for idea generation, you probably think of free-form tools like brainstorming. No constraints? Anything goes? Quantity is quality? In fact, lack of structure can sometimes inhibit idea generation. Group brainstorming can favor more dominant personalities and cause you to miss out on great ideas from people who are less comfortable or just quieter about sharing their opinion. And answering a challenge statement directly can sometimes be a daunting task for people who need a little extra inspiration. An idea matrix is a great tool for imposing a little structure on the idea generation process. It's a basic matrix with columns and rows, and it helps you generate new ideas based on the intersection of two sets of key factors. The concept is to break down your challenge statement into key defining parameters and place them as column and row headers on a matrix. The columns focus on project goals, people, and experiences. So things like stakeholder needs or drivers, or phases on the customer journey. The rows focus on enablers that facilitate solutions, technologies, trends, or system elements, for example. Where the rows and columns intersect, you have a prompt that will help you to come up with a more focused and direct answer to a particular portion of the challenge statement. Let's look at the process in action. A design team has a challenge statement that asks, how might we increase customer engagement with our drinks packaging? First, they write that challenge statement at the top of a whiteboard, and then create a large grid. 5 by 5 is usually about right, and once you've chosen the number, it's best to add additional columns only if required, since the point is to keep the challenge structured. Then, the team works together to generate column and row headings. For the columns, they identify phases on the customer journey as being key to the challenge: before purchase, at point of purchase, during consumption, when sharing about the product, and at point of disposal. For the rows, they identify different elements of the packaging as enablers: the bottle, the closure, the label, and the secondary packaging. They limit the rows to key enabler categories to keep the challenge constrained, but to capture any outliers, they also include wildcard squares as a final row. Next, in smaller groups, everyone works individually at the same time to generate ideas for each intersection, focusing on quantity and avoiding filtering ideas at this stage. So, for the intersection that asks, how might we increase customer engagement at the point of purchase with the closure of the bottle? One person suggests an illuminated cap that would attract attention on the shelf. Each person sketches their ideas on sticky notes and posts the ideas in each section of the matrix as they go along to inspire the rest of the team. After 10 or 15 minutes, they take a step back to review and discuss what they've come up with. Breaking down the challenge like this helps people to zero in on particular elements of the problem, and the small group structure encourages sharing by people who are less likely to speak out in a larger group. It's a great way of making sure you're getting the most out of all your team to give you the best chance of coming up with the solutions you need.